Good morning, y'all. It's Tamiddy. I would kill myself, but I can't let the ops win. Don't worry. I'm feeling actually pretty decently mentally stable tonight, even though my hair probably says otherwise. This is the result of that stupid nigga Sean having me stand in the rain for a fucking hour. And also plenty of head scratches with extremely sharp nails and plenty of sleepless nights. Believe it or not, it's not been that bad recently, but I can tell that it's still bad enough that I need to make an extremely long YouTube video about it, so strap in. I guess I'm debating what do I want the topic of this YouTube video to be about. I guess we could just use this as a time of self-reflection, because this winter, like this fall and winter, have been like every other fall and winter, really fucking shitty. Just fucking terrible. Like, God. Like, there has been some highlights, like I made new friends, flirted with people, I got drunk with dudes and went to karaoke bars with them and sung at the top of my lungs even if I wasn't sure I could hit those notes. I sure screamed as if I could. And I supported comedy venues and I had a fun time and I tried new foods and I got to check out certain places and I made new friends and allies and I even got on stage at this huge like event in my city just because I was like, fuck it, my outfit's cute and even if it's embarrassing, it'll bring me like the right amount of stress and dopamine and embarrassment and a fucking fun story to tell my grandchildren about someday. And I have, but I don't know. Like, I'm still able to recognize that I did do some things differently than last year, but some things that still have just repeated. Like, for example, this is the second winter slash fall in a row that my stupid ass. I can't say. I want to say the word. Ridiculously unintelligent, ugly ass housemate has tried to do an illegal eviction attempt. And it's like, let me get this straight. It didn't work last year when you tried an illegal 3-day notice. And you just thought, let me try that shit again for a second year, but this time extend it to 30 days because I doubt that the girl who the year before had herself in touch with the fucking tenants' rights union and a lawyer. Like, really, nigga? You were just like, let me try this shit twice in a fucking row. Surely she's not smart enough to do her own research, but guess what? I waited my time out. Could I have used my time more efficiently? Yeah, but we can't undo time, and fuck it, I was stressed, and how do I put this? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Because then, like, guess what? Yesterday, the so-called end of the 30-day notice came. They were pissed. Because it's like, yep, her shit's still here, and I don't hear sound. I don't see a U-Haul truck outside. I don't hear the sounds of mattresses being broken down and dragged out of the apartment. I don't hear the footsteps of, like, moving workers. Nope, still here. So they just silently, like, took that shit down and replaced it with a fucking like proper legal 3-day notice. And it's like, okay, I should have, like, there's a lot of could have done in the 30 days, but what can I say? Like I said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If you didn't stress me out for a fucking month with your little stupid passive aggressive and extremely illegal eviction attempt, this wouldn't have happened. But you know what? Guess what I can do? Because now, after 3 fucking illegal eviction attempts in a row, I can take your ass to court and be like, cool, look at this obvious form of harassment and repeated illegal shit. Not to mention the huge hole in my wall that has been here for like 3/4 of me living in this environment and has only gotten worse. And you want to know what these absolutely ridiculously unintelligent motherfuckers decided to do? They went, we aren't gonna do anything to fix this whatsoever. Like, I'm not shitting you. The crack is like fucking the size of half my body. That's like a fucking 2.5 foot tall crack in my wall from the fucking boiler room next door, and it's just spitting out water, leaking out water. You want to know what my very ridiculously unintelligent landlord did? I remember it took like several weeks, if I recall correctly. But they finally came down, and then what they did was they got a tarp, a plastic sheet, and then they drilled it into the wall, but it still was very, very flimsy. So I had to add thumbtacks myself after because the tarps kept falling the fuck down. And I remember when they drilled that in, I said, hey, shouldn't we be concerned about like mold or anything like that? Or do you think it's not a risk? Just out of curiosity. Like, just to know for safety going forward. And then their ass tried to sass me. They tried to be like, well, if you keep your window open, because you like your window open, huh? If you keep your damn windows open. And I guess it was him trying to like, he wouldn't drop that shit either. I guess it was his way of like trying to passive aggressively get salty at me because I would play music but also have my windows open sometimes. Like, boo hoo, nigga. If it's a sunny beautiful day, I'm gonna put my fucking records on, like Corinne Bailey Ray or whatever the fuck her name is, fucking God intended for us beautiful black girls, and I'm gonna have my windows cracked or opened as I do it. Simply put, you can always contact us and be like, hey, can she close one of her or like anything. Also, I never played it outside of the noise ordinance. He had no reason to be complaining. Fuck him. It's like, oh no, the tenant in the apartment that's breaking down. And Lily, the wall, like Lily, I remember I was laying on my bed. I was literally recording myself on Instagram when that happened. I was just talking, and then you just see a stream of water and cement and mush just shoot out and get all over my blankets and covers and face and body. Like, and it's like, oh, but she plays music with her windows open sometimes. Nigga, fuck you. I don't even play. I didn't play that shit at full volume. Best believe I did after, but fuck you. Nothing you can do about it because it's not illegal. But you know what is illegal? Having your tenant live in extremely uninhabitable areas. Plus other things like they also changed something in the boiler room, and that led to the water going from like it used to be like you could take a nice long steam shower. Now it's like congratulations, you spent like 10 minutes in this shower or less. Enjoy this freezing cold fucking water. So imagine you're trying to shave your body and it's taking a while, and then you just are like, oh, okay, fuck. Well, I guess I only could do like some of my legs, my thick, luscious legs. Didn't get to reach the armpits, and now I gotta speed run through my face routine, even though my face requires steam water with fucking ice cold water, and my pores have been blocked, but you can't see because this is an Android. It's convenient that I have an Android. If I had an iPhone, you'd be terrified. I still look great though. Yeah. Anyway, I forgot why I was talking about this. Oh yeah, this is all just me building up to say my housemate is extremely fucking stupid and ugly and unlovable. And if I could rewind time, I remember the times my housemate was talking to me about this, and that about their life and trying to talk to me and use me as a shoulder to cry on or a therapist or someone to vent to. They were talking to me about their romance woes and all their bullshit and their suicidal thoughts and blah blah blah. And I was being so nice to them, so nice, because I gave a shit, and I was like, hey, even if it feels like there's no one else around, just know you always have me. Even if it doesn't feel like it, just I'm a hallway away, and like all this shit and that shit. And mind you, they did nothing to truly even deserve that. Or maybe a few things, but I don't know. If I could rewind time, I would have not been so scared of them the entire first year I lived there, and I would have used my voice sooner. And then I even told myself this year, I said, oh, if I could go back to the year before, if they ever tried to put me in an eviction situation again, or if I ever lost my job or had job issues again, like, I would not be afraid of that nigga. I would just be spending all my time, like, playing video games as I was job searching, not being holed up in my bedroom, dancing, doing exercises and stretching, and, like, organizing my room and doing this and doing that, and just staying on top of my skincare and body care so that by the time, like, winter is over, I come out with, like, no acne scars. Every single fucking pore on my body looks and smells delicious, and I'm just head to toe perfect, and my life is perfectly organized for the spring season. It's like a spring clean, but before it's even, like, winter's even done. Just for this year to repeat itself because of traumatic circumstances. And, like, it's like, yeah, it was a very fucked up year. I thought, like, I don't know. I'll put it to you like this. It's like, yeah, January was when I met that one ex who I don't like saying the name of at all. Like, screw him, he doesn't deserve that place in my life anymore, and I finally repressed that I ever knew him. In fact, I'm sure one day in the future there's going to be videos where I forget why I even had such a bad year, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, that's when I met that one guy. I'm grateful that I'm forgetting him. Amen. Always grateful for that. He's disgusting. I don't want to remember a single thing about him. He is dead to me. And even if in real life he isn't, well, let's just say God has a way of having lovely things happen in my favor. So I'm excited. Everyone gets their fucking. Everybody reaps it in the end. They reap what the fuck they sow. And he's gonna lay in that fucking can of worms he opened. If he hasn't already, then he's gonna fester in it. Now, but then again, I'm sure he's already suffering. Like, it didn't take much long after the breakup with me had finalized for his life to just go into a down spiral, which is extremely hysterical. But let's stay positive. Let's talk about things, not just ugly ass stupid men that I dated. But yeah, that's when I met him in January, and I got, we had, like, the start to our relationship was a little off at times, but it was still relatively good. And then he made it bad in February, and then he just got consistently worse as the relationship progressed. And then also around February, that's when I got my new job. And that really breaks my heart because it's like, wow, really, the week of Valentine's Day, that's when I was like, ooh, yippee, I'm gonna have such a romantic time with this lovely dude who I'm seeing, and we're gonna be so, so good. And I got this new job. My life is really turning up. I'm gonna have all the money to pay every single bill, and even, ooh, I can do all these hobbies and these things I've always wanted to do. I can get back into like web comics. Ooh, I can get back into like reading web comics and stories all the time. I can actually like ooh, I can get laundry done consistently and always have cute clothes to wear. I can get my hair done even if I save up enough. I can, ooh, ooh, with my money, I can actually go to like comedy clubs that cost a little bit more and I won't give a fuck if it, like, I can, ooh. And I was like, ooh, I could go to concerts. I could do this. I could do that. I was actually, because something I've noticed that happens whenever I'm suffering in poverty is I kind of shut down from like whatever hobbies I had before. I'll just entirely forget about it, which is why sometimes after periods of depression or periods of extreme poverty, I have to remind myself, like, oh, yes, you do remember that you have, like, a PlayStation that you can play video games on, right? And I'll forget about that because all my attention will be focused on a job search or on recovering from some sort of trauma. And when you're trying to not kill yourself all the time, or when you're trying to just focus on making money, you're going to forget about things you can do for pleasure. Like, oh, right, I have a wall full of books I can enjoy and read. Oh, hey, what about all those art supplies? Hey, what about those wigs? Hey, haven't you been wanting to get some cute clothes online for a while and enhance your fashion? Don't you think you deserve new socks? Why don't you wear socks with your boots? Like, things like that. Like, it's like, oh, I can get back into thrifting and antiquing and sewing and wig making. And I actually do have a lot of hobbies. It's a shame that a big reason why you don't see me talk about hobbies very often is because if I'm not constantly depressed for all the shit out of my control, then I am poor. And that's not fun. Mm. Mm. So it is very annoying that, like, yeah, the week of Valentine's Day, right when I thought, yeah, my life's getting on track, I have this nice romantic lover who's gonna take me out for an amazing night on the town, and here I am with this, just, I'm just getting frustrated. And also, I thought I had a nice new perfect job. And then the job very quickly turned to ghetto because next thing you know, management just entirely vanishes and there's no manager there. And then my pay wasn't showing up. But then, even when we did get managers, my pay wasn't showing up. And that was stressing me out. And then, you know what else was stressing me out? My partner at the time getting sexually abusive towards me, as well as verbally abusive and doing stupid shit like trying to neg me, trying to touch me inappropriately when I was sleeping. Even if I was crying and begging for him to stop, he would still try to put his fingers in places he knew they didn't stop. I didn't deserve that. I didn't fucking deserve any of that. If I could get that man to kill himself, I 100% would take that chance. I don't care anymore. If someone, I don't care. He is at the top of my list for someone I would want dead. I don't give a fuck. Like, if someone ever killed that man and went on a limb and just fucking, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. He could be at my doorstep on his knees saying, please, Tamia, give me another chance, knife to his wrist. I would say, I want you to cut yourself in your veins as many times as you remember touching me fucking inappropriately. And I want to see if it hurts you as nearly as fucking much as it hurt me when you did what it did to me. He would probably bleed to death before he ever fucking finished. And then I ironically would finish. I would have an orgasm on the spot, knowing that it's like, ah, there we go. Finally, good prevailed against evil. Someone terrible on this planet finally got to vanish. And then I'd be happy. Probably be the best orgasm he could ever give me. Hmm. Anyway, and I know you're like, that's very dark, Tamia. I have said much darker shit in my lifetime. How many weeks ago was it when I said that fucked up shit about my half sibling? And I fully meant what I said in that video too. I don't see them as family. I see them as a stain. If anything, I see them like similar to how I see other like housemates that have lived like how do I put this? The way I saw that specific sibling was kind of like how I would see the person who lived in this bedroom before I did. AKA, you came out of the same place that I also was in at some point. Otherwise, so fucking what? That's about it. I feel even less about her than I do about him, which is really saying something. Yeah. I forget she even exists, and that's also a blessing. Amen to forgetting about people. A good highlight of this year is that I forgot I had a family. So instead of like, the years before were still kind of sad and bittersweet. It'd be like, oh no, I'm spending Thanksgiving alone and there's no one else around me and I'm miserable and I'm sad and everyone else is probably eating like a big feast and so happy and then I'm just miserable and alone and cold. But this year wasn't so bad. Like I had like this year for Thanksgiving, I forgot I had a family. And then I thought to myself, let's keep the bar low, because then I don't have room to be disappointed. And you know what? I could just stay inside and DoorDash myself food if I want to, and sleep all day if I want to, and be productive or if I want to, but I also don't because it's a national day of rest. And I can have fun and be creative if I want to, or I can just laze around or be depressed or feel however I want to feel. And I also had this white guy who had a crush on me, and I had a crush on him, sort of, and he was nice. I remember at some point I did start like it was a mostly solid day because I just saw it as any other day. I did treat myself slightly that day. I went to the corner store, got myself like little two microwave meals and a little banana pudding mousse. It was really tasty. I'm glad I got those with the Capri Sun. Hell yeah, that was nice. Much nicer than a big full feast full surrounded by people who I don't want to remember and can't fucking stand. Mm. Oh yeah, but this year for Thanksgiving it was nice. I had a fucking 6 foot tall white boy with a fucking porno stash and a bald head fucking send me a video of him helicoptering his dick because he wanted to cheer me up because I was having a mental breakdown and feeling really suicidal. That was based as fuck. I can't even be mad at him. And it was it was hysterical. Oh my fuck. Like I remember I went from like Jesus Christ, I feel so fucking close. I feel so fucking close to just I'm gonna end it. To next thing you know, I opened that video. I laughed so fucking hard at the video cuz he was just standing in his bathroom and he's like, "Am I doing it right?" Ah, it kind of hurts. And he's spinning it and I just and I broke down fucking laughing so hard that it felt like every single bit of mental illness left my body. I felt like I was 13 again, having the time of my life. It was fucking amazing. I'm grateful for that with him. It's a shame that things with me and that guy will never be the same again. No one asked him to be a terrible communicator, though, and a overall unempathetic, extremely fuckboyish loser, but whatever. I'm still grateful that he was at least there for that day. It would have been nice for him to have still been around for Christmas, but it's okay. Also, I'm sure his birthday passed recently. And not like it matters, but whatever. Anyway, but I don't know, it's just been, yeah. And then, I don't know, I told myself last winter my very wish for was not to have this year repeat like last year, and I guess it didn't exactly. Some things came different. I cursed out new people, I blocked new people, made beefs with new people. It was a very interesting time. But I did try new things a lot. Like I got, for example, that huge event that I got on stage with officially like this month. That was fun, but I also got on stage there like, let's see, my first time getting on stage there was last year during Halloween, and this year I got on stage like I think 2 to 3 more times aside from that. So it was still a fucking blast, and I still had a great time, and I got to meet all these amazing people. And I don't know, like this summer, I mainly blocked summer out of my mind because it was a really traumatic time. No offense, was there ever a time this year where it was not traumatic? It's like, damn, let's go through, because it's like January, recovering from the eviction shit and also from Morgan's abuse, but then also got with that lame ass ex who I'm trying to forget about. Not that traumatic of a month. It was actually a pretty solid time, but I believe that is when the guy I dated after Morgan, tried to rip my tits out of my shirt unconsensually. That was not fun. Somehow we got past that. February came along. He upped the sexual abuse, of fucking course, and it got hard. But he kept saying he would change that, and just I don't know. Let's not think about it too much. March, I don't remember much of March. If I recall, same shit, different month. April, yeah, financial issues, bitch ass nigga got worse. And then May was definitely a really hard time, financial issues. But I did meet his daughter like around April, May. That was sweet. But even then, complications within their family. He had stopped with the sexually abusive shit at least for a little bit. Like, I recall there was a solid month or two where he just stopped, but he still was doing stupid shit like negging or occasional bullshit and still verbally abusive behaviors. Terrible, terrible. Abusive relationships are very complex. I'll happily talk about that any day, though. Uh, let's see. And then May, June, that's when everything ramped up at once and it got very terrible with him. And then July, that's obviously like things ended in like June and then like officially July came and it's like, yeah. But then July is when things started getting better, but then I met different types of weirdos, like that one guy who took me to Lake Tahoe on the first date, then stalked me immediately online the next day, then got mad at what he found out online. Like, nigga, he was so stupid. Fuck you. Like, how do you, like, nigga, you were leagues above everyone else solely because you took me to Lake Tahoe as a first fucking date. How do you fuck up so fast that you ruin things within 24 hours? Are you. Yes, he is. We know the answer. Idiot. I don't hold ill will against that guy, or at least I can't. I just gotta say, it's like he was made at the shallow end of the gene pool, and it was embarrassing. Also, I still think he's gay, but shout out to him. He's still lovely, though. He's very metrosexual coded, and I wouldn't be shocked if one day he pops up and he's non binary or some shit. Oh, I'm non binary, I can say that. It's just me clocking it, like, yeah, you're gonna be one of us, buddy. Enjoy. Let's see. And then I got with that Alex dude, and Alex was nice. He was really nice. Oh wait, no, it was Riley. Riley, the love bomber fling guy, had like I said, what's up with these dudes and immediately coming out the gate like fucking awesome. Like I get it, love bombing or what. I don't how to put this. I don't personally give that much of a fuck about love bombing because to me that's just a fling. Like if you're just out off the gate trying to act like you're obsessed with me and love me, that's fine. Just don't end it terribly and like make it hella fun for me and don't lie about dumb shit. Riley's mistake, because it's like, yeah, first date, it was like ruby tennis bracelet, Japantown. He almost got me a fucking sword. Burlesque show, North Beach, my favorite fudge spot, plus other candies. Oh yeah, I think I do have a candy that he got me that I still haven't eaten. It has like ants in it. I have to find that. Where did I put that? It's somewhere around here. Anyway, and then like, oh my god, he did like eight like yeah, fancy Thai restaurant, escape room, kiss right next to the Ferris wheel at the fucking Fisherman's Wharf. What else happened? There was more that happened. It was so much shit in one date. And it's like I thought to myself, this is like some fairy tale romance shit. And then the next date was like something out of fucking hell. And then I had to get into a fight with his ex because this nigga wanted to lie about how long he and a woman had been separated. Let me tell you, if you tell a woman, oh yeah, like, I'm moving out from my place with me and my ex, but we've been separated for 6 months, and only like just this passing month have I considered looking out elsewhere. Like that's cool, but then don't say that when you really mean I wanted to leave her 6 months ago, but only a few weeks ago did I break up with her. Because and also, yeah, she came home from her trip early, and like he told me they were just roommates and stuff, and he was the one who was getting the mattress in the fucking separation anyway. He was gonna be taking it. Let's just say he was told that her flight home would be on Monday. I guess she decided to come home like fucking 2 days early for whatever fucking reason. And then one thing led to another. And then I'm waking up to this bitch screaming like a banshee and shoving me and scratching my neck and being a hot fucking mess. It's like, bitch, get mad at your little white twink boyfriend, not me. What the fuck? That was so ghetto. That actually, no offense, that's like, imagine you get out of like a really fucked up, unnecessarily stupid fucking relationship, and then you meet this dreamboat guy who meets like about every fucking standard aside from the fact that his face was a 6.5, but his body, okay, well, he had a big ass. I'm gonna be honest. I can't even lie and say his body was a 10. His body was slightly T. No, like, it's like, damn, he knew how to fill out some slacks. Sexy. Shout out to the twinks. We love them. Man, that nigga would have been hella fun. Too bad he was a liar and a little bit evil and narcissistic and shit. And his bitch was stupid. Or ex bitch. I remember after the fight, dead ass had to be like, are you two fucking? You can just tell me. I just want to know. Because at this point, you might as well tell me. And she was quiet and he was quiet. Why? Because they weren't fucking together. Why? It's like, Oh, people on the internet still get mad at me to this day. They're like, "Oh my God, you beat up some black woman over a white man?" And I have to say, no. She attacked me because she was sad over a white man. I fought back because of my fucking honor and in self defense. I would have never put my fucking hands on her if she had just like if anything I was trying to leave. She was blocking the door and anyway, whatever. Ghetto bitches. That was some stupid ass shit. Whatever. Fuck her and her little AliExpress clearance wig with the split ends. Bitch, fuck you. That was so ghetto. And a little funny, but still. On the bright side, that video got 1 million views on Instagram and like 27 like thousand likes, and then it led to another video of mine going viral. Not even the video of me fighting her, which I haven't posted, but might someday. But it was the video of me talking about it, like the aftermath and shit. My hair looks almost as fucked up as it did in that video. Bitches were dragging me for my hair. It's like, bitch, yeah, of course it's like I got into a fight at fucking 8 a.m. I'm not gonna look like fucking Shirley Temple or Mary fucking Poppins, bitch. I'm not gonna pop out looking like Grace Kelly. I'm gonna look like Precious's mama. Like, yeah. Oh man. But yeah. And then I remember after that, I took some time away from dating, and then I had a. Yeah, that guy Alex I dated, the financial analyst Nepo baby. That guy was a fucking loser. I mean, I thought he was cool, but even then on Bumble, I kind of thought to myself, any dude who says on his profile, I am nice, I am smart, I am funny. It's like, I feel like nice, smart, and funny people don't say that. And then he said a few other things that just kind of reeked of arrogance, but it also reeked that he had money, so I was like, let's see what. It sounds like a dude wants to be praised and have his ego boosted. Let's see where it goes. And we had fun conversations, and let's just say, boy, am I glad that we did that because he got me some expensive jewelry. I forgot. It this or was it this? I think it was. Oh wait, no, it was the ring. Well, I would show you the ring, but it's covered in oil pastels. And he also got me this opal necklace. Very, very beautiful. There's wig hairs on it. Don't mind me. Simply put, if I'm gonna date a fucking narcissistic loser, let it be a nigga with money. It's like, if I'm gonna be cursed to be traumatized for a while anyway, it's like where are the big ballers at? Let me get the ones who can actually like pay for it. Take me to Gary Danko and shit. Let me not date the ones who act like, oh, well, if we can't agree on like the wing flavor, then we aren't gonna get you the wings you want on a Domino's fucking $6 mix and match deal, you know? Like, fuck that. Give me the evil niggas who can take me to the fancy lounges and the raves and stuff. Which reminds me, there's a guy I actually didn't talk to on Bumble who I should message back sometime to see if he's unmatched me or not. I should be like, hey, is it too late for you to get me into a New Year's Eve party? Even though my braids are a little fuzzy? I can always put on a wig, it's okay. But as I was saying, and then Alex, I remember that guy. He was, let's just say the first two meetings we had were great. The third date, like, let's just say if, like, he was doing so well, and then he decided, oh, I should just be, try to neg Tamia and insult her as much. Like, if you are told, hey, I think I am not quite ready for sex, but I think that's only because I can't tell if you're truly attracted to me. Do you mind giving me some compliments or letting me know what you find attractive about me? And then your response is, I'm going to start insulting the shit out of Tamia. And then I'm also going to put on a Bane voice impression because I think that's going to get her pussy wet. Oh, I'm not going to say more. There's more. There really is. Let's just say he almost caught the hands that night and anyway, that took a mental toll on me. It was just kind of, yeah. And then let's just say the year just kept getting worse and worse and worse until finally, like, it took, I remember, let's just say it took a very long time of me being off work because I just straight up had to call my fucking psychiatrist, or like I had to call up my people for mental health, and it took like less than 5 minutes on the phone with me for them to be like, yeah, let's get you some therapy and maybe some, yeah, let's get you some off work leave actually. And then also like maybe some meds. They like it was that bad, dude. I was not hitting like, let's say I was hitting like 1 ADL, like adult daily living standards. And if you look it up, it's like that's really bad. Like that's terrible. Just imagine someone going, I'm waking up and immediately sleeping because I'm trying to die, just for like several months straight. It was really, really bad. I'm picking up the pieces though. taking like taking care of myself, doing well, all that shit. Also, fuck y'all who were trying to like pressure me to get my hair done. Like, sure, it did enhance my confidence and unlock new opportunities, kind of. But even then, it's like, I'll put it this way: you should probably care more about the fact that I don't want to live anymore than the fact that it's like, oh, her hair is not so nice and it's messy looking. Yeah, because I didn't want to fucking live. I was like, I wanted someone to take me off this fucking planet. I will say this though. I guess it's still been a good year because I remember like before I fully left my most recent official ex, I had dedicated time to like, you know what? He doesn't like women who dress like sluts, and I promised myself I would dress as cute and bimbo core as I want. So I got the mini skirts, I got the crop tops and push up bras and jewelry and the colorful wigs, and I embraced myself and I hung out with whoever and did whatever. And he didn't need to like it because frankly, he did plenty of shit to me that I didn't like, and I wanted to feel good and lovely and comfortable in my body again. And I got to cut off all the right people in the process of cutting him off because it's just like, yeah. And I stood up for myself and did what was important. I told off who needed to be told off, and I lived a nice, happy life. Amen to that. Even if it didn't all feel happy. And even now, with me just simply waiting out a 30-day notice just to call my housemate out on their bluff and piss them off, that works for me. And I have overcame it all, and I will overcome even more again. Amen. In blessings. Now, I wanted more for Christmas, but honestly, I think I'm good on whatever I want for Christmas. What I want for Christmas, I want to see a nice, funny comedy show. I want to have one really tasty meal. I want like one bad thing to happen to someone I hate. I really want my pussy ate. I might break my celibacy real quick before the year ends. Like one little treat to myself. I feel like I really deserve it, like a slutty, freaky nigga. And some really good rest. Amen. Peace out. Hope